Do you have a sense now, all these many years after Brown in '54, all these many years ago, how it did affect your life, even though initially you thought it didn't touch you at all?
Well, there were some really, I think, important ways that it impacted my life. First of all, I think that it really said that there was something going on in this country that allowed those of us who weren't part of that initial generation of the civil rights movement, that there were some doors that were being opened, and we had better take advantage of it. There was and I think this, by the way, I think this was a generation, I think my generation, so I was born in '52, so right now I'm 56, I'll be 57 in January of 2009. So my generation was the first generation that actually got some benefit from Brown versus Board of Education, but it allowed us to think there's an answer. And you know what the answer is? The answer is education, and you get a good education, and you go out and you just open up this thing so everybody else will come charging in behind you. And it really focused me on saying people fought, people died for this. Now I've got to take advantage of this opportunity and try and change what's going on in my community. And I think a lot of us felt that the competition, the absolute pressure on us to prove that we deserved to be sitting next to white students, that we could compete at the same levels, drove a lot of us to actually strive for excellence. And I think there are a group of people, when I look and I see this group that's from my generation, that sort of are in the top places in America. I was in school at the same time Ken Chenault was, and there's just a number of us from that generation that thought this battle is about getting A's and about showing folk that we are just as intelligent and smart as whites. And that was part of the, I think, culture of our growing up, because it wasn't at that time. It seems, now people think, oh, that's such a racial thing to say. There were actual studies where people were trying to prove the inferiority of races when I was still in college. That there were people who were writing about this. Why, you know, this was really genetics. This was not. So we felt that we were in the vanguard of that struggle. And I think Brown versus Board of Education was the first thing that opened up the doors and allowed us to really get quality educations all over this country.